He's like the only nigga in the game that got it too. And I cannot do anything. There's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. There is nothing.
You read that title correctly, people. It seems that Bandai Namco is trying to make Sparking Zero into an esport in the form of the Dramatic Showdown World Tournament. This was announced on November 8th, and even though it's been known for a couple of weeks now, I don't hear anyone talking about it, outside of a few comments on the announcement video and some Reddit posts. But you'd think it'll be on everyone's mind, especially because of all the complicated controversy of the Sparking Zero community that has garnered so much attention in just 1 month. But it's probably like that because players are more concerned with the new batch of updates, such as new characters, balancing out the game mechanics, and punishing the rage quitters, aka UI Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta players. Yeah, I'm looking at you. And for better or for worse, this game has been an icy hot topic, with many claiming it's one of the greatest fighting games ever, while others are saying it's fundamentally flawed, a community that is just as divided as America's political atmosphere. But what's the point of this world tournament? And what does that mean for the future of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? Was this always planned out? Or is it a way for the developers to gauge all the compliments and criticisms from public opinion? And most importantly, is it possible to make this into an esport, given its Tenkaichi roots? So, if your favorite content creators aren't talking about it, I'll be more than happy to fill in the gap. So at the time of this filming, Bandai Namco has announced a world tournament among the best of the best, 16 fighters in total, and of course they'll have special rules in place to make it as fair as possible, such as no items and no stage restrictions. But what I find most interesting is how they go about it. There'll be 9 countries competing: Japan, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Mexico, the UK, and America, which is split into 2 countries in the form of East and West for some reason, and each of them have their own specific character representing them in the tournament. For instance, the best player in Spain will play as Future Trunks, the best player in Mexico will play as Golden Frieza, and so on and so forth. And you're thinking, bro, that's only 9 fighters. You said there were 16. You're right. And that's where the Dragon Ball Battle Hour comes in. Another competition in Los Angeles where it'll bring in 7 more champions for the world tournament. I don't know who we paid off to get this much American representation, but okay. And of course, you got the qualifiers that weed out the competition. In fact, you can watch some of those qualifiers now as Germany and Mexico hosted their contest just a couple days ago. And according to Bandai's website, you can still register for the remaining qualifiers for free. I don't know if there's a cash prize at the end of it, but winning it would definitely put you on the map, kind of like Smash Bros. Legend Zero. Personally, I'm not sure what to make of it. On one hand, I'm curious to see how this plays out, but on the other hand, is this really the best time to hold this event among all the complaints around this game? You already know them. The never-ending abuse of Instant Spark and After Image Strike, Broly's key spamming into an unblockable ultimate, the overly repetitive Vanish Wars, and not to mention the lag during matches, with countless players suffering input lag, and with a game like Sparking Zero, that's a death sentence. So that makes me a little concerned, and judging from past events, I don't want to get overhyped for a lackluster fight. But, despite my skepticism, it does have the potential to improve the overall game. We've seen the game devs make changes, such as Yajirobe Sensu Beam mechanic, and punishing rage quitters, but those are small changes compared to the other flaws. So using this world tournament would be a great way for the developers to understand what to keep, what to take away, what to buff, and what to nerf. Or it's to give themselves a pat on the back, making them think this game is perfectly fine the way it is. But that's where my faith in it stops, because I don't see this becoming a running esport, at least one that's fair. And let me explain. The Tenkaichi games were always designed to play with friends on the couch, so when you played an overpowered fighter, it was still fun because you knew what to expect. That doesn't translate well to online play, where people would kill to protect their rank. So when you play Sparking Zero in the same space as Smash Bros, Tekken, and Street Fighter, it feels a bit arrogant because those games require pure skill instead of overly abused mechanics. Whenever someone lost to those games, they lost because they weren't good enough, and that's okay. But they weren't stun locked in an infinite combo into an unblockable ultimate.
Oh, he won that. Oh, and he's in Sparking. That might be game. Oh no, that might be game. No! Oh, we played so good. We were playing so good. We worked so hard. We worked so hard.
That's the difference. But at the end of the day, I'm curious to see how this plays out, as I'm sure a lot of you are too. And whether you're skeptic or hopeful, all we can do is watch how the pieces fall into place. But tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think the Sparking Zero World Tournament is a great idea, or a waste of time? And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.